blame Bala.
I'm gonna get an earful, especially from Fuzzy. Skeptic just took out a player named Yo, I made Sunday.
Imagine he doesn't make Sunday.
Yeah, I gotta wonder, dude. Like,
I think like in the next week, like week 10, it'll be like, I'm definitely not making Sunday. Oh man, you hate to see it.
Think back to ESL Katowice, where Vinny actually took first place in solos, and then the next day were in first place, as that event was actually 2 days, but they didn't manage to go all the way through. I think they got into third place total. Just
put the minigun to work, but it's not enough to crack through there, so he wasn't able to break through the wall, and that player's just going to turtle up for the time being. Zextro, though, going to be right behind. 2 players there, manages to get the better of Chaotic and Nosh, who were just running away. Backs is going to start that process of engaging. Look at the amount of players that are going to be lingering about, and Zypha caught from behind as Vinny manages to get back to Zextro. Now it's going to be Zextro inside of the box. He's being walled off. He can't quite get in there, though.
Man, it feels like they're doing their best.
No!
Sinking impression right now.
Nick.
They are so split up and just tearing it up apart. Vinny still split from Zextro. Now he's going to take out Tugboats. No opportunity there. Unfortunately, going to accidentally click on that zipline, and they're now back together.
Down in the ultimate low ground, playing the low ground warrior role, putting the pressure down as well onto forward, knocking forward down a few pegs. He's going to be outside of the storm, which means that this is the time to shine here, and Zextro just pushes on in. Cloud's going to be out of the fight. Kaizui gets brought down, and now it's just going to be Tendons and a victory royale. Zextro and Vinny dominate the server.
Absolutely dominate, and from low ground too, they ended up having a pinch on almost every single team going into that from low ground, right? They knocked down forward, who was Tendon's teammates. Very rewarding weapon. Possibly maybe a little bit frustrating at times to play against.
Oh yeah.
Here at Symphony and Branchies looking for that heavy snipe combo, the type of thing that you said you're more comfortable or more apt to seeing in these games is that heavy snipe combo. Ooh! What? Okay.
Nani? What? All right.
So we'll see, switching up partners, a lot of different duos are doing that right now. He's going to take out Mr. Dong.
Looking for another one there as well. Combat shotgun in the high ground. Remember that last replay that you broke down, Bala, where Ninja, he had a legendary AR, but instead opted to use the combat shotty. Is this going to be enough, or is he just going to get cleaned up here? Because this isn't looking good for Keox. And Keox gets an elimination on Mr. Dog. Oh, my word! Keox is still in it!
Picking up MioJ right after that. Actually, the player that looked like he eliminated first was actually that knock from earlier. So he gets the siphon, but then also picks up the other one. Now he's back with Not Panda, or at least almost. And chunked down a little bit.
He had 1 HP!
Looks like Not Panda has no materials because of the way he's playing, but Keox as well. Kind of starting to play low mats. They want to find some eliminations to refresh, but is he going to get it? No! Matter gets the better of him for now. Panda goes out as well. Aguilar down on low ground. It's just chaos down here as none of these players look to have any mats.
The top 6, next duo will start to grant that next placement point threshold there. That's going to be the player that had that high ground HK who gets swept away. Make the plays happen. As players are now going to look to go in there and engage, and Daggerath can benefit off of this. It's just going to be Christian alone. Nicole's going to be out of the fight now. And Daggerath does not have the life lead against Christian, so the play is going to need to be made here. And Christian has 7 builds remaining. Daggerath has 14, but Christian's going to go for it, and then Daggerath manages to get the victory royale.
That's what I mean.
Again, stay in school. That's all I ask.
No. Unknown and his teammate Glitch making one of the freest rotates I have ever seen, and they're gonna go right into it as Skeptic and Clicks, so he goes right onto his wall. Clicks, unfortunately, you're not taking that. You gotta hold it. You're not doing what you need to be able to hold those walls, especially against Unknown.
Genuinely shocking, though, that they did not hear that coming.
They were so unfortunate there.
But a strong elimination, too, because those players, if they make it to the end game, they can become very dangerous to deal with. Now Kaizui dealing with some pressure here, goes back to his teammate Cloud, and there goes the rocket, and doesn't get it through the box though. But this player's dealing with everyone. Oh, the baller. Oh, you hate to see it. Kabbalah gets taken from right under his feet, and they're able to get the knock on to Pyro. And that player, I mean, kudos to that player for being able to get out of a really, really crappy situation.
Yeah, and
maybe they're just trying to work on their, work on their gameplay, bro.
hey,
Not the best time to do, but well, actually, it is the best time to do. It's just semifinals.
Yes.
So, like, and for players like them, they have to be they are in a really strong position, qualification-wise. But Bugga now lost out on his teammate Kuros. He does manage to get in there. Oh, at this point, Hogman was just dazed and confused. He gets through though. The trap is going to be out, and it catches him. That's going to be the elimination on Fuzzy, and then Hogman, Fuzzy's teammate, who was picked off just a little while ago. I think it was another player in there too, but just disengaged out of the fight.
Yeah, and hey, that's what you want to do, but Bugha doing Bugha things right now. He gets the wall. His player's not even paying attention.
Devious!
Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're peeking out of the window, you're taking shots, you're not going to hear it's Bugha. He's sneaking up on you.
Dude, these are 3 phenomenal eliminations. Like,
fast. You saw him react to that heavy sniper. That was ridiculous. You just saw him take out Devious in the box before. He's going to take out Forward as well. I think he might have got knocked and fell in his box. But he took out Devious. He didn't even hear him. In this case, Bugha, here's the heavy snipe from so far away, and he's already going to hold the turbo build and just continue to do Bugha things. I'm good on this side. He actually even peeks to different sides. He's going to take out Tendons as well. So he picked out Forward earlier. And now just continuing to hold that W key. It's a solo game from here on out. 6 players remaining.
Let's see what Bugga's going to be able to do. 30 builds and counting as it continues to go down. There's going to be a player next to him, and he just gets on out of there.
Yoink, that's mine. Now Bugha onto Cloud. He takes one more. Frosty with height. It's now Wiggs down below. Bugha might be in a little bit of a pinch here, a little bit of a pickle as he does go get down, but Wiggs goes out. It's now Bugha versus Frosty.
I tell you, that play where Frosty just repositioned and was able to get the high ground was so well done, and Bugha going to use the natural cover here to get on out. He needs to make a play happen. He's got to disconnect that, and he does disconnect it, and he gets the victory royale. Bugha, you savage! You savage!
Is the most incredible sequence of it felt like he was, if that was any other player, he'd be shambles. He'd have no opportunity in that game. There would be no chance. But the speed of his builds, I can't even fathom it. I need to watch millions of decisions in that. Felt like
he made a bunch of, again, I got a hamper on this, the micro decisions that these players are making. It's just crazy, and we're seeing that combination with the grenade launcher and the AR once again, looking to get those grenades through the box, and Inspire now is going to try and cut through here, get the cleanup onto the player, Vane Howell, who he ended up taking out. You could have just sneezed on that guy, and you would have been able to eliminate him. And that's what the combat shot he did from that distance. That was 14 damage. Sever is going to be out of the fight now, which leaves us to 6 eliminations for this duo. We're going to be close to our next placement threshold as well, and they have full high ground control. And look at these players.
Just like Mitro Margo, when they get height and they can hold it, they will. They almost never lose height from when they take it. You can see how far back they took it early on in that 7th zone, and now everybody gliding on. They already take out Class.
And this hill is so good for them too, because they don't need to worry about getting knocked down, because look how far, or how low I should say, to the ground they are, but they have the ultimate high ground balla. So this is just a beautiful position for the Sentinel boys to be in here.
Some of that health damage coming in, Aspect gonna come right back up as soon as he hears the rift. He's gonna take out Colorful. Another player who's qualified in solos. He's now playing with Class.
They have full health across the board. Animal just,
I love this,
with just a little bit of HP loss, but it's going to get that right back with the elimination on Echo. Hunt goes outside, so they're looking for him, and then Animal's going to meet him right outside of the storm as well, and Hunt is going to get blocked out of that, and that is going to do it. Wow.
I love that decision from next to it.
Got it.
Oh, he took the wall. He did just take the wall right there, but they're backing up. So Trey
he's going to get this
pressure.
too.
He gets it too. But now they're both here. It's Flossin and Rogue Shark who go down.
Flossin, I'm sorry, baby.
About him. We just cast their curse.
You know, I mean, you're so in tune with so many of the players here. Do you know anything about Zajax and Trey? Because I've never seen them before. Oh, no. Oh, that works. Groups, they're so important, and they help you out in the long run because they make you into a better player, connect you with more players as well, and that is always going to be a benefit. But
not even showing up at all, just pointing downwards.
Oh.
Ooh, gets shot right there. Can he make the edit out? The drum gun's coming in, and that's what happens when you're split from your teammate. He's going to get taken out by Zajax and Trey.
You know, I have to question that, right? I understand that it was the attempt for going after the high ground. You always want to make it happen. I don't know, man. That was just a risky play, but we'll continue now to look at the perspective here of Zajax and Trey, and Zajax is going to get taken out, and there will be no opportunity to pick up his teammate. So Trey needs to just continue holding this high ground here. Dropped low, and
I think he either has a redeployer.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
And that was the play. That was the play. That
man.
was it right there. Cloaksy dropping all the way low ground because of this treacherous kind of ravine play. He's going to knock a bunch of players down, but it's not going to matter.
Oh, Clarity G. He sees it and gets the victory royale. Trey went head first into that play.
It's done.
So in case this is your first time watching, the way it works is once that queue timer is complete, you still have those last few seconds to queue back up and complete a game. So we just want to make sure everyone can get out of their games, you know, correctly. So we're going to be tuning into the last few games on the day. The placement is as follows: top 15, top 10, top 5. Victory Royale are all the placement thresholds. Every elimination is a single point.
But he is completely separated from Demo right now, so we're gonna have to see what. And he just takes out 7-0 and just Jacob comes up from behind. He had used the shadow bomb to kind of sneak in and make the rotation. Demo didn't actually see him there, and just so that means, you know, most of these guys are duo or solos. Sorry. So, oh my goodness, just completely taking him off guard. And the range on this shotgun is absolutely incredible.
But Pooks, this is all unfolding very quickly. Looks like everyone is just going down. Croix going down. I Care My Duo immediately eliminated as well. So this is it. It's Fuzzy by himself. He's got to hold off Pacifist and JT.
Yeah, and he's getting completely annihilated right now. He is not going to be able to do it at all. Just like that, it ends. It's been, you know, so difficult today for some of these guys. Quite vulnerable. You do see parallel Zajax here just really floating down very, very slowly, but ends up getting taken off guard by Siler. He had come in on a baller, but said, you know what, I've got this shotgun here, and you're going to see me use it.
And now I think, Pooks, what we should do is hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Becca is now prompting us to ask the Fortnite community a question. So Fortnite community, I just want to know a simple question. How's your day been? Just a simple, you try to send shots, but nothing connected.
It's so difficult to see the players when they're using the shadow bomb, and they, you know, they do move very erratically, but does crack Trap God in the head a couple times there and ends up eliminating him, picking up this siphon and actually saving him resources, mats, utility. So he is just going to be looking for the plays with his weapons at this point and is making quick work of Upsy just like that. Picks up 5 mini shields, gets the 50 shield from the siphon, so he is sitting in a much better position than he just was a few seconds ago. That is how quickly it can change, Zeke.
And see, he's doing this. Look at, he's taking these angles that players are not prepared for. Exactly like you called out.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about. You know what, challenging for the high ground, but this might have been too much for him. He does take some fall damage, only has 15 health in total. Is he going to be able to pick up the elimination? It was somebody else's knock, so he is not going to get any health back from that, but he does have a campfire. He does have those 5 minis. It's not going to be enough. Clarity ends up pressuring through and ends up taking him out. Excellent tracking done.
Maybe you're new to Fortnite, you haven't been watching it long, you're starting to get into this competitive nature of it. That typically happens. When someone starts to send shots out, you isolate a player, and then everyone in the lobby says, let's shut that player down, especially being on the 11th, trying to make it in the top 10.
Those
are fish bowls.
They're fish bowls.
Those are little fish bowls.
Yeah,
so
they are.
He just get himself a little bit of water there, just be like, yeah, I see. I like that joke. I like that. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
He's going to try and top himself off with this little light blue fish bowl there. I believe that's going to help give him a little bit of a health back. The shot's coming through, though. He just needs a double tap to put the player down. This is huge, too, because now he just waits for that siphon. He leaves that off as long as possible, gets as much of this tick from the slurp. That's going to just help push him all the way back as close to 200 effective as possible. Another one? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. He's going to be back. That second elimination is going to come through as well.
Retaking the high ground, which is an excellent play at this point because these players are blocked in and they are not going to be able to get out. Legendian just takes out one player, not sure who that was at all, and ends up just eliminating threats there for the victory royale. Very, very, very well played by this duo.
Top 10 right here.
Oh, I put all my money on Grandma. Yes.
You like to see Grandma taking that first spot on the semifinals day, 119 points, 10 points above the next players. But again, top 1,500 overall. We're going to move on to day number 2, the finals tomorrow. But everybody here, they're very, this is the litmus test. Am I gonna do well tomorrow? That's
so who would you say one is to watch now? For everyone that's watching right now, who are they gonna check out on social media and follow? Like, what's the balla pick? Because I pick Rama. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is a performance that you have to know. Unknown Army has been somebody who's qualified in solos, doing the same thing here in duos. He's trying to get through to tomorrow, up at 109 points. That's fantastic. And then there's a huge list of names here who have been performing really well in finals. Innocence and Assault, Jammies and Tristan Hip, 72 Hours and Vivid, Animal and Aspect, Cole and Legetti. And this is we've seen these guys before. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page because these guys as well. I mean, here, this is like the same scoring that was on that first page, by the way. So it's pretty much very close all the way up.
And we can see Hogman. We've seen him a lot in these top points systems, so it's going to be interesting to see if tomorrow will be the day that he finally qualifies. But Balla, I told you to pick one person and you listed everybody.
I have to list everybody.
Okay.
I mean, this is semifinals day. Everybody's putting it all on the line.
A man of the people. A man of the people.
If I have a question. Animal and Aspect, I've been expecting them to go all the way through. They had a good performance today. There's only 2 chances left, and we know they can do it, but are they going to do it? That's the question.
Okay. You set the drama.